Namaste, angels. This is the weekly love reading. We're starting with the dice and party, romantic dinner. And yes, happy birthday to anybody that's celebrating. Congratulations. If you're celebrating something else, I know I have clients and friends that are celebrating birthdays and weddings, marriages and stuff. One of my clients just went on her honeymoon today. So very, very nice. Spirit says sex. Email. And cocktail. With the cards, we're starting with Major Arcana card 14, Temperance, which represents the sign of Sagittarius in the tarot. And for me, also the sign of Aquarius because of this water bearer that appears on the front. Temperance, all about healing, negotiations, reconciliations, compromises, agreements, restoration, recovery. And with the Ten of Swords also upright immediately behind it, I'd say restoration and recovery from some sort of feeling of having been betrayed or backstabbed or dealing with something really, really difficult and challenging, maybe even an addiction or something. And this is us moving beyond that and getting better. I also find it interesting, though, that the Sagittarius energy is showing up not only here, but also here. I guess I'm kind of jumping the gun, jumping around. But with the Angel and Animal Tarots, we're starting with the King of Wands, who is motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Take advice from someone creative. In the traditional tarot, the King of Wands is most directly a Sagittarius, although, of course, it can also be representative of the energy of Aries or Leo, or, you know, just someone likened to those traits or attributes that's not a fire sign at all. And I find it particularly interesting because I was moved to tell a story about my Sagittarius ex in the general reading, and how I met him and stuff, because in the placement of love and relationship, we had the Page of Cups show up, and in the placement of work and finance, facing the Page of Cups, we had the Page of Wands. And just the way that they were looking at each other, I don't know, as if they could really look at each other, just made me think that they were together sending a message of love. Also because the Page of Wands on the other side was sitting next to the Ace of Pentacles. So also like a new beginning and, you know, fresh starts, abundant starts, things of which we are deserving and worthy, that we have earned. Like a healthy relationship as opposed to a toxic one. On that note, here comes the King of Cups in reverse, with the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles yet again still upright. Two aces in a spread or together, very auspicious. Can even be about moving in together, you know, like getting a home, like something big, you know. Actually, one of the last times that I did see these two cards together, one of my clients and regular viewers had just gotten an apartment. So maybe that's in the cards for some more of you. King of Cups in reverse, I mentioned in the general reading when he showed up like this. In love, this is somebody who's willing to like risk it all for love, like, you know, to do whatever it is he has to do. Maybe he is somebody who wants to make it up to you because he is the cause of you know, the betrayal that you experienced or whatever. So now he's coming back, you know, with a vengeance in a positive sense, and he's going to do whatever he has to do to make it up to you. And, you know, that may take some time, but there's a new beginning available to you. And this time it'll be, you know, like worth it and something of which you're deserving and it's valuable. And you won't want to, you know, lose it again, and neither will he. With the energy deck, we're beginning with the Thinking Man. This is someone who comes in, usually, it can be a romantic interest or mate, but he's somebody that comes in to teach us something a lot of the time. So, you know, it could be to learn a lesson, and then the first thing you think of is maybe karmic, but... And I guess that's with the King of Cups in reverse. There could be something like karmic. But before I shuffled that deck and I was looking at this Thinking Man, I was feeling that it was more, like even if he is coming in to teach you a lesson, or to teach you in general things, it's in a positive sense. So like even that same X, that same Sagittarius X, maybe this is why I was meant to bring it up yesterday so I could continue the story today. Like I always felt like he taught me things, like I could learn from him. And it wasn't necessarily that he was like book smart. In fact, I don't even think he could read, to be honest with you. He would always have me like pay our let's like our tab, like not out of my money, out of his money. Like I don't think he could read the receipts and stuff. He would hand me his wallet. I don't know. It was weird, but even if he couldn't read, if he was illiterate, he was such a smart man. I learned so much from, and I'm no dummy, you know. Like so, I'm not saying that intellectually he was necessarily smarter than me, but that doesn't mean that I couldn't learn anything from him, and I did learn a lot from him in other areas, and hopefully I did the same. So this thinking man that's showing up here could be somebody like in that sort of respect from whom you learn something. Maybe because he is particularly psychic or in tune, or this could be representative of your connection that the two of you have. Sometimes when we just starting a journey, or well, I guess it could be anywhere on the journey, we meet, sort of our other half or one of our soulmates or something, and that person, just being around that person, sparks something and increases our, abilities or whatever. Like even me and my ex-husband. Like if I'm trying to do something, I don't know, some example. Car won't start. My car won't start. His car won't start. The two of we have like this wonder twin powers activate thing, there's been times that he'll go down his car, let's say for example, and he's like, I don't know, something's going on, my car won't start, and then come back up, and I'll be like, okay, go down again and turn it on now, and he'll do it. And then I've had the experience before too. I've been recording, like dailies, and I told the people that I had problems with my car, but I didn't worry about it. I'm gonna call my ex and have him focus on it at the same time as me, and then sure enough, I go back out and it starts like with no problem. So it's like that kind of thing to this other person, just them being around you or being connected to you energetically, and that connection being like alive, sparked, even if you're not seeing each other in person. Could be what helps you to better channel and receive messages and make your intuition stronger and all of that. So that could be like what he teaches you, for example. And look, it is as part of a journey. So this card journey can be like literal, like you're going on a journey. And actually with the Page of Wands showing up in the position of work and finance yesterday, I did say some people might be traveling for work. That this could be what that's representing. This could be about travel. It can be about an energetic shift. So again, maybe toward one that is stronger in terms of psychic awareness and connection. It can be about a move of moving house, move of residence, and again we just saw the two aces. Or it could be representative of a spiritual journey too. And then we also have the 7th chakra and Archangel Uriel. And the 7th chakra is the crown chakra. And it's about clarity and whatever, but I think they put Uriel on here because I'm not used to Uriel being a woman, actually. But anyway, Uriel, angels are androgynous, so it could be whatever, but I just got thrown for a second. Anyway, I don't know why. It's not as if this is my first time seeing the card, but I don't know. Something just happened just now. But Uriel's name means God's light. And what does light do? It makes things clearer, or when we shed light on something, it's because we gain clarity about it. And so I definitely think that there'll be some increased understanding, awareness, maybe even abilities coming to us that will be significant in terms of our relationships, or our, developing relationships, finding relationships. We've got the 5th chakra also, Gabriel, and the throat chakra. So there's a lot of air energy showing up here too. So we got the Sagittarius or fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We got the cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And now we've got all this air, crown chakra, throat chakra, Third eye chakra, very interesting. But if there's something that you need to say, or we've been having difficulty communicating, or been afraid to reach out or something. And this could also be, again, communication that maybe doesn't come directly from the throat. You know, maybe you will speak your words like telepathically also. With these three chakras showing up. They're all upright, which is very positive. And the card behind them is that Garden in the Gate, and it's positive that it's still in reverse, because again, the Garden in the Gate in reverse is about you finally realizing that you can go out, you know, into the world and go on a journey and, you know, get and do whatever it is you want. That there's like abundance there waiting for you. For the getting, for the taking. Now we got the thinking woman showing up, similar to the thinking man. She's, again, very intelligent. We learn something from her. She helps us. Maybe sometimes specifically in the area of finances, at least in my readings when I pick her up. Got an overall energy here of Daughter Spirit in reverse. Woman is holding a coin in reverse also immediately behind it. Then I'll give these a mix up too, although I'm not even sure I'm going to use them. But I'm just finally remembering to shuffle them again in front of you. I always shuffle all the cards quite a bit before I even start the camera. I say my prayers over them. You know, make an intention, ask for help with the reading. Clarity, information, whatever we need to see. But then I like to do it in front of you again. So when you see, for example, like yesterday in the general reading, the solar plexus chakra card in reverse and the heart chakra card in reverse both showed up, and both of those had also showed up like the day or two prior in the moon reading, you know, in that position in reverse like that. So, you know, I guess this lets you see for yourself in real time that like the cards that we got are the cards that we're meant to get. You know, there's nothing pre-done or selected or planned. This is all coming to me right when it's coming to you. We're all getting the information at the same time. So our overall energy here is Major Arcana card 12, Awakening, which is actually the hangman in the traditional tarot, represents the planet Neptune in the sign of Pisces most directly. It's about letting go, the need to let something go, typically. Even if that's like metaphorically, like some emotion, negative emotion or something onto which we're holding, or some idea or ideology, you know, that we need to get over and move past. A lot of times it can have to do with religion, very spiritual card. So like you were raised within a particular religion with particular beliefs, and you just, you know, really don't identify with those anymore, but you still hold on to some stuff. And it's like, okay, I got to let these go so that I can allow myself to, you know, become the spiritual being it's trying to become, or something like that. Look at things from a different perspective. You're at a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. And that is followed by the Six of Pentacles, also upright, gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan or paying off debts. One of my most favorite cards. In love, it really is about just, you know, equity and reciprocity and, you know, equal and fair treatment, mutual love and respect and adoration of one another. But in general sense, this card is about like just whatever you need coming in like right on time somehow. Sometimes as if it fell out of the sky, sometimes through another person that's serving as like an earth angel. Just whatever you need happening right when it needs to happen. You know, not a moment sooner or too late. And then we have, this is interesting, the Nine of Swords. It's all about like anxiety or you know, nervousness, worry, lack of sleep in general, whether you're worried or not, you know, the need for rest, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, and sleepless nights. Could have to do with dreams. The energy of Pisces and Neptune, definitely about dreams and stuff. So maybe you're having trouble getting a restful sleep. You're seeing images or something. Let's dig in a little deeper. I'll get the stance. I was going to do something different for a second, but I'll get the stance. They are right here. just below. And we will pull a card for each element of the zodiac, beginning with fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is your card. It is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is your card. It is the Seven of Cups in reverse. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this is our card. It is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, this is your card. It is the Two of Cups in reverse. Very interesting. But again, for the week, in the general reading, the card that popped up for love and relationship is the Page of Cups, upright. So again, our overall energy of the King of Cups may be an actual Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes who is significant to you and or your life, or this week in your life. Did I look? Oh yeah. How could I have forgotten the Ace of Wands? Okay. It's good news in the area of love. If you're looking for love, you're single, then this card can mean that like a person that's going to come into your life, and they are represented by this energy. So they're ready to like let go of everything that's been in their way or that they've been holding on to or whatever. Just drop everything in order to pursue, their dreams of love and happiness. It's super romantic, and you should just be open, to it and the energy. If we're already in a relationship, then again, this can be about it deepening and the person being willing to just, do whatever it is they have to do to make it work, to go the distance, to impress us, to please us, to make us happy, and for themselves to be happy as well. So on that note, with that in mind, let's move to the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Your Knight of Pentacles may involve an actual earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, a Capricorn, or someone likened to those traits or attributes with whom you're involved, or that's somehow significant to you in your situation. But the card in general, in terms of love, means that whether you're single or partner, you've just grown bored with your love life, basically. And the way to improve that is through communication, whether that means with the people that you're dating or with yourself, in terms of being honest with yourself about what it is you're really looking for. You're probably not really in the mood is the word. That's not the word I was looking for. But in the frame of mind right now to settle down. You may be interested in just having a little fun or in some sort of exploration phase. I want to date this one. I don't want to date this one. And I want to see what happens in order to narrow it down. And that would go toward, again, you may be taking on some of this energy and just be willing to take the time and do what's needed to really find the right person for yourself and the right situation for yourself in order to be happy. So you're bored, you want to fix that, then that's that. Another possibility is, again, you encountering this person and you're bored, they'll fix that for you. They'll turn that right around. You won't be bored anymore. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Seven of Cups in reverse means that we've finally gotten like real clear. When we're talking about clarity, and I got stuck on Uriel with the clarity. Maybe you had some sort of recent revelation or whatever brought it on. You finally gotten really clear about what it is you want and need from love, and you're ready to again take the steps to make it happen. So again, this might be you. This King of Cups, doing whatever it takes to make those things happen. If you meet somebody who's also in that same frame of mind and just really, ready to risk it all, do it all, give it all, then that sounds like a perfect match, So you could really be in the market this week to meet your match. There's nothing wrong with, making your feelings clear with somebody that you care for or that cares about you. In fact, there's everything right about it, and being on the same page and being upfront about stuff and not lying and not holding anything back. Just being like an open book with the person that you claim to, want to spend your time with, your life with, maybe. And you might, sometimes we're afraid about what the person's going to say, what the person's going to do. And so that's why we hold stuff back, or we don't necessarily tell the truth. And in my experience, men are better for this than women. I didn't want to hurt her feelings, so I made up a lie, or I just avoided the situation. I wouldn't ghost or whatever it was. And that's not really the best way to handle situations, or the most healthy way. What is to be honest, even if somebody will be hurt, at least they can, deal with, take that hurt, deal with that pain, work through it, and then move on, rather than, just being lost and confused. So, but then in this case, on top of that, you may be thinking, if you're honest with somebody, it might not work out, but you could be really, really pleasantly surprised with their reaction. They could say, "Oh, I was thinking the same thing. I'm not ready to get married either. So, let's have some fun." Seven of Cups in reverse, I've mentioned it many times, or Seven of Cups in general, when it pops up in terms of love, can be about like one night stands. Could just be somebody who wants to be a fuck buddy. Pardon my French. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's what you have in your mind, and you don't realize that's what they have in their mind too. But if you're honest, you could find that out. Or maybe somebody who's willing to be, or interested in, maybe they're poly, maybe they are bi, maybe, but you're not going to know this until you're honest about what's up with you. Maybe they're trans. You know what I'm saying? But and it's whatever it is, it's all good. Is the point I'm trying to make. But we got to communicate. We got to be honest about it. Trust your gut. And if you're with somebody already, and you're not happy with, if you're I don't want to say solar plexus, I guess your gut is telling you that this person is not right for you. Maybe that's why you become turned off, or from the relationship, or from a relationship or something. You're with somebody already, and it's just saying like, this is not the right person. Especially if you have evidence of that something's not right, that you think they're not treating you right, then they probably aren't. And so that may be why you're deciding, again, you've gotten clear about what you want and what you need, and you don't need that. And so maybe being willing to finally risk it all could alternatively mean getting away from someone or something that's not right for you also. Air signs, my fellow Geminis, Libras, and Aquarians. Seven of Pentacles for us. And this card can show up to say that, like, real love goes beyond like the superficial. So if you've been hung up on, this person isn't as attractive as your mates normally are, isn't as tall, isn't as short, isn't as thin, isn't as, thick or curvy or whatever, and you're all talking about the outside, it's just time to realize, air signs, that nobody's perfect, and we're not either. And no matter how hard we try, we're not going to find someone or something that's perfect. So if we're looking for love and we just keep coming up like empty and not finding what we're looking for, then we need to like think about the fact that maybe it's because we're being unrealistic, and we're not giving people a chance. And so, we might have this idea in our minds of what the right partner, does for a living, or looks like, or how much money they have or don't have, whatever. And it's time to scrap that if that's something that you're doing. And again, being willing to risk it all and, just let all that stuff go and do what you have to do for love in order to be happy, you can finally move beyond that. So if you have somebody who, we got the Pentacles here. Let's say somebody, I need somebody, that makes six figures, and I'm not willing to do anybody beyond that. But you meet somebody who you really do like and feel like you have a connection with, and they with you, and they only make maybe they're unemployed right now or whatever. This is you realizing that you're in a time where it's like, well, fuck it, I'm still down. Or like I was saying, I don't need somebody who necessarily who has like the same degrees as me, or as many as I do, or is book smart as me, or whatever. I don't need a man like that. But he could be a janitor. If I can learn something from him and I feel like a connection with him, what I'm saying, then I'm down. It's guiding others of us to be like that too. And water signs, okay? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Again, keeping in mind, being willing to risk it all and do whatever it takes. If you're already in a relationship and you want to maintain that relationship, you want to keep it, you don't want to, break up, you don't want to lose the person or whatever it is, then what you may need to do, and y'all can hold grudges. I know my mother's a Scorpio. She can hold on to a grudge. I'm telling you, I remember one time when my daughter was younger. My daughter's 26 now. Or should be 26 next week. No, not next week. Goodness, next month. No, Thanksgiving. She'll be 26. Anyway, um, when she was younger, one of her friends said something or did something to her that my mother didn't like. And this was a child, a little girl. And my mother, from that moment, could not stand this girl. Obviously, she's a grown woman now and cannot stand her. My mother will still say, no, but remember she did that to the child. And I have to say, Mommy, like, that was so long ago. Like, neither one of them care anymore. And she's like, okay, fine. But they can hold grudges, was my point. Cancers are good for that, too, I know. Pisces, I don't know. My sister's a Pisces, but I guess she's like a Pisces Aquarian because she's literally on the cusp, the first day of Pisces, 219. Um, and I don't know. She reminds me more of me. So I think might have the air, the Aquarius part in that regard. I don't know how Pisces are. And when I say the Aquarius or Gemini, like we don't hold a grudge. We might remember that this thing occurred and we don't care if we ever speak to you again, but we're not going to be walking around like with our chest burning and giving ourselves high blood pressure over something. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I was saying all that to say, I know y'all can hold on to stuff, but it may be the time to forgive and forget these past problems, past situations, and just start brand new, fresh. That may be the thing that you need to do, in terms of risking it all. Like let that guard down, let that wall down, and just say, you know what, let's start fresh. Let's erase the slate. Let's clean the slate and pretend this never happened, which is not an easy thing for you to do, which is why I went into all of that. In general, also, water signs may be like paying too much attention to love and relationship, or be all caught up in the idea of love and or relationship, to like to the exclusion of other stuff in their life. Like other stuff is hanging by the wayside, as they say, because they're too focused on getting a boyfriend, getting a girlfriend, or pleasing the one that they have, or spending time with them or whatever, that other things are perhaps suffering. That can be another meaning of the Two of Cups in reverse. So we want to get that in check. Twos are about balance, and that would be an indication of imbalance. Let's see what the other cards want to add. I said I probably wasn't going to use these, but I'll go ahead and use them. We did shuffle them, so we may as well. Okay. So here's the cards upright. This is the next card. So joining the Knight of Pentacles in reverse for our fire signs, we have the Ace of Swords. Implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you to refine your plan and to reshape your goals into something even better. Ace of Swords, specific to love, can be about getting involved with somebody who it's like taking a walk on the wild side, so maybe because you guys are bored, that's what you want to do. And, hey, it also seems like a bunch of you, are interested in having fun this week. That'll, the Ace of Swords to give you a run for your money. Give you the fun you're looking for. It's like, okay, you want it? We got it. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, joining your Seven of Cups in reverse. We have Major Arcana card 20, renewal, or judgment. It's time to get clarity. This is about getting clarity. Isn't that something? I always say, like I was saying, when you always get the right cards. And I talked about this card being about getting clarity and deciding that you're clear on what it is you want out of love, and relationship now. And this card is saying, yeah, okay, good, because that's what it was time for you to do, so that you can make changes that are so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. So again, being willing to do whatever it takes. What it takes is getting on the path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. Judgment can also be about like make or break situations in relationships and in general. And also second chances in general and in relationships. So maybe if you, dated somebody before, it was a flop, or you met someone and, your first date and didn't go well. Normally you say, well, that was the first impression, forget it. But you may be willing for a second chance in this case. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, joining the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles. Cheerful, reliable, intelligent, and mischievous. A wonderful opportunity related to your work or education, such as a promotion, a scholarship, is coming your way. Seize this chance to learn something exciting or to start a more rewarding and uplifting career. So maybe this card is telling us something about perhaps meeting somebody at the job, although that's not really what it means in the traditional tarot practice. The page of Pentacles is similar to this Knight of Pentacles that we got over here, and is about, you know, maybe having a wandering eye, being a little bored with what our current situation or our current relationship, and needing to spice it up. If we have a mate, we got to spice it up. If we're interested in, you know, remaining in that relationship, and if we're single, then maybe doing something a little bit different, changing it up. Like I was saying, you keep coming up empty, then you got to figure out, is it because I'm putting all my eggs in one basket? I'm not, you know, maybe I need to switch it up and do something different. Okay. Oop. Water signs. Joining the Two of Cups in reverse. Your card is more Sagittarius energy. Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. So maybe you will find that will and ability and interest, because again, this says that you are willing to try anything or do anything. So that anything, including even being forgiving and letting go of the grudge, and you know, maybe giving somebody another chance, or you know, meeting somebody new and not having that wall up and guard up from the last person that hurt your feelings. So now we'll take a look at these. Joining the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse for the fire signs, we do have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, in reverse. So you're going to need to use this air energy to help you get your throat chakra cleared. We've been having a lot of these chakra blockages. Again, meditation, maybe writing your words down, preparing them at your home, reading them, talking, you know, that can help to you know, get the throat chakra unblocked and for you to be able to say what you want to say. But the Ace of Swords in general is a card about, you know, getting to the truth and about communication. You know, swords in general about communication. So I feel like, you know, this will be rectified for those who are looking to speak. They'll find the words, and they can always, you know, seek help from the universe and whatever it is they believe, whether that's Archangel Gabriel or ancestors or whatever it is, asking for assistance. You know, Lord, please give me the words, and then I think you'll find them. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Joining Judgment and the 7 of Cups, you have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, in reverse. So there's a blockage with your crown chakra, and you're not necessarily, well, this is about you needing clarity too. This is saying you're not necessarily clear. And this one is saying you need to get clear. And this one is saying you're finally clear. So I think indication, you know, maybe it'll take a couple of days, but by the end of the week, I think those who are seeking clarity will have it. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, joining the Page of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, we have the door to personal healing and happiness, also in reverse. You know, the door is there, it's open, but it's upside down. So, I mean, so we're stuck, right? Because you can't go through a door that's upside down. It's stuck, and that's what the card represents too. Us being stuck, us needing to take some sort of action. And again, that's what the Page rather of Pentacles was saying to us. That's what the 7 of Pentacles was saying to us. We're going to have to switch it up, do something different, take some sort of action other than our usual course if we want to do this. We can lead ourselves through this door if we're willing to do what it takes. And then again, the King of Cups in reverse is an indication that we will be willing to do what it takes, even if we're not, you know, as of today in this moment right now. And last but not least, water signs, joining your Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel, and your 2 of Cups in reverse, we have the Magician and the Mirror. So the Magician in this deck is very similar to the Magician in the traditional tarot in terms of being representative of having all the resources and ability to bring about what it is you need to do. But you see your energy is in balance and in reverse in terms of the 2 of Cups, and it is here with the Magician too. You're just like, you know, like out of sorts. And that's particularly unfortunate because what this magician in the mirror shows up to say is that you could be missing a really great opportunity, maybe for love, right? You got the Two of Cups there. And maybe all it's going to take is for forgiveness or for an apology on your part, for you to, return to somebody and from separation and say, I'm sorry, or I've missed you, or whatever. Can we start over? And right now, there's a not taking that opportunity. But again, this King of Cups is an indication that you should be ready to do whatever it takes, including something like that, to take advantage of the opportunity. Now, the Ace and Ace of Wands in reverse behind them does indicate that there's some sort of delay, wait, maybe it won't happen as quickly as it should. But I think that for the most part, again, the energy is around us for us to all use that free will to take advantage of these opportunities. The time is right, but you're not taking advantage of the energy right now that's here in the cycle. You have the power to transform things basically in your life for yourself and in your love life. And I think I wish I was getting a better idea about time, because I think it's not limited or restricted to this week. I think we may have a little bit more time, and again, I'm basing that on the Ace of Wands in reverse, that it's indicative of some sort of delay, maybe tied in with these, when all this moon energy is so strong between the Scorpio new moon and the Taurus full moon that's coming on the 19th. It's very, very strong energy, and that is coming with a lunar eclipse too. Partial lunar eclipse, but lunar eclipse nonetheless. And so that's going to be very, very strong. And it's the only, it's going to be the longest lunar eclipse in the past 100 years. And for the next 100 years. So this is going to be a very, very powerful moon that comes. I think we can start feeling one way this week and maybe not get there this week, and maybe next week, or possibly even after the 19th has passed, after that full moon. When things are coming to a full end, maybe one of the things that has to come to a full end is us, feeling like this, like we don't have what it takes. And it's going to take those things coming to a final, very final end for us to realize, I got this, I'm the magician in the mirror, and flip that around and then again, do whatever it takes to achieve happiness for yourself. And I'll pull a couple of cards for advice, and then I will bid you good night. So let's go back to this deck. And for the masculine, we have the Two of Pentacles. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work, right? We just talked about the balance, and your personal life, and to bring a spirit of fun to all you do. And for us feminine, Major Arcana card 8, Justice, which represents most directly the planet Venus and the sign of Libra, which he rules. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. In love, justice can be about, especially like a long-term relationship. If you've been wondering, like, if it's going to last, or you're going to stay in it, you deciding to end it. And it can't even mean like divorce. But justice is also very much so a card of balance, as is the Two of Pentacles. So it may just be about finding your way, like all of these cards were too. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the reading. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. I do appreciate it. Namaste.